Recently, This Is America and the World visited Malaysia. The country sits south of Thailand and north of Singapore and uniquely consists of two distinct landmasses. The west part of the country is called Peninsula Malaysia, and across the South China Sea is East Malaysia, located on the island of Borneo. Malaysia is a peaceful country and a success story. Its population of 30 million people is racially, ethnically, and religiously diverse. Perhaps not as well known in America as it could be and should be, Malaysia's international status cannot be denied. On this program, we'll visit sites where Malaysia's many religions are practiced. They offer unique and diverse examples of religious belief and traditions preserved as Malays, Chinese, and Indians live in harmony. This is America visits Malaysia. This is America and the World is brought to you by the National Education Association, the U.S.-China Education Trust, and F.Y. Chang Foundation, guided by Ambassador Julia Chang Block, President. The League of Arab States, representing 350 million people in 22 member countries. Japan, history, hospitality, and advanced technology. Sharing tomorrow. Tourism Malaysia. The Petroleum Group, expertise with integrity in the fields of oil and gas, exploration and production, energy, and infrastructure. The Rotondaro Family Trust. The Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy, presenting international artists in diplomatic settings. And Ventana Productions, television facilities, editing, and distribution services. Islam is the official religion of Malaysia, and in Kuala Lumpur, the nation's capital, we visited the National Mosque, just as President Obama did last year on his visit. There we learned about the mosque and Islam from its chief spokesperson and had the special experience of observing noon prayers. So this is the National Mosque in Malaysia.
That's right.
Very special place, celebrating how many years?
50 years. That will be next month.
Tell me about the mosque itself. A very special, very unique design, huh?
This mosque, it was first mooted 1 month before we had our independence celebration. That was 1957. It was mooted in July 1957. At that time, my first Prime Minister and his deputy, who later would take over as the second Prime Minister, they decided among the leaders, community leaders, not just the Malays, not just the Muslim, all community leaders, they decide and they agreed Islam will be the official religion of my country, of Malaysia. So all the leaders, they agreed. They have to build institutions, parliament, the National Museum, we have our national stadium, and they agreed there should be a special mosque for Islam as the official religion of this country. So this mosque is special. This mosque was mooted 1 month before we celebrated our independence. This mosque signifies that Islam is the main religion of this country. This mosque is where all the religious functions at the federal level will take place until now. Until now, like tonight, my king will be here. My king and my prime minister will be here for the Maghrib prayer. That is about 7:30 p.m. He will be here, and we'll be doing the prayer, and we'll be reciting all the dua, all the verses from Quran. He will do doing that. This is a special occasion. It will be for the Warriors' Day, which will be celebrated tomorrow. But in Islam, it's the evening before. In Islam, the day starts from the evening before.
And so, what is the celebration for this?
Warriors' Day. Warriors' Day.
And what is that day?
It's for our soldiers and our armed forces. We remember them, all those that died for the country.
So when we look at this complex, Tell us a little bit about each of the areas here.
The whole complex, it sits on 13 acres of land. The main building, the main complex, sits on 5 acres. The main part is the main prayer hall, the mausoleum, warriors mausoleum, and we have the minaret. And then we have the multi-purpose hall. This is the multi-purpose hall. Upstairs is where the hall is, where the main functions takes place. And downstairs, we have our meeting room, conference room. It's not that big. And we have the entrance that the king and my leaders will use. It's from downstairs. The real mosque started by Prophet Muhammad, the one in Medina. He started with the first mosque somewhere outside Medina when he first arrived in Medina. And then the big mosque, the one in Medina he started, he had it as a complex. Main prayer hall, they have places for reading the Quran, places where people can meet him in Medina. When he was in Medina, during his time, he received leaders from all over the world. That was the meeting place. So in this special mosque, we have places, main multi-purpose hall, and down there we have primary school for religious studies.
Oh.
And we have, there's a multi-purpose hall where the tourists can go and they can see our video presentation of Islam.
What are the pillars of Islam?
There are 5 pillars of Islam. We have to say the Shahada. By Shahada, we say that we believe Allah is God and Muhammad is his messenger. And then the 5 prayers of the day. And then we have our fasting.
Fasting, yes.
And then we have to pay the zakat, alms,
Alms, giving.
That's a charity.
And
lastly, pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage
To Mecca.
Mecca.
Yes.
We were inside observing noon prayer.
That's right.
And a couple of things. Just very briefly tell me in your mind as we were watching it together and you were explaining what was happening, why people were sitting so close to each other, and what the prayer service was.
There are 5 prayers a day. So you heard the call for prayer, the azan, and then we start to do our optional prayers. You saw inside. So we have to go down twice, optional prayers, and then we have to wait for another call for prayer. They call for the imam to come. The imam will come right in the middle, facing the mihrab. Mihrab, in all mosques, there will be a mihrab that points towards Mecca. Here, stand right in the middle, and all the others must step back the next row, one straight line, shoulder to shoulder.
Why so?
That is recorded. That is needed in our religion. We believe if we are not that close together, then the devil will be in between, and the devil will play all kind of confusion in our minds, and we won't be able to concentrate. We believe in that. That is one of the basic requirements in Islam, especially during the group prayer. It's required. You cannot stand alone by yourself somewhere while the rows are in front of you, while you're doing the main prayer. You must join the rows in rows, the columns and rows.
Discipline.
It's very disciplined. Islam is very disciplined. First thing, I wake up in the morning, I have to wash myself, clean myself, and then I have to wait for the prayer. I have to wait for the call for prayer, the time. I cannot just wake up in the morning and do my own prayer, telling myself this is the first prayer of the day. I have to wait for the timing. It happens all over the world at the same time.
Very exciting.
That is very, very exciting.
What would you like people in America and people around the world, because our program goes around the world, what would you have them know about Islam?
Like I told you just now, this is Islam. What you see, I'm a Muslim. President Obama came, I took him around, and he said, Assalamualaikum to me. He knows this is Islam. We wish to the whole world, we are Islam. We live happily with our neighbors who are Christians, who are Buddhists, they are my brothers. You can see all the tourists, the visitors, we are open every day. We never close, not even one single day. This mosque is open on Hari Raya, the Muslim celebration day. We are open on Christmas Day. We are open on Thaipusam Day. We are open every day, 365 days a year.
So it's both a religious center and a tourist attraction?
Now it's a tourist attraction due to the special design, due to its location right in the heart of Kuala Lumpur. The tourists, they come, most of the hotels in Kuala Lumpur, so they are invited except during prayer time. Prayer time, we tell them just wait downstairs so that we can do the prayer peacefully.
Well, we were quite honored then to be invited to observe.
You are a special group from USA. It's a government-to-government program. I recognize through our ambassador, our great ambassador in USA,
Yes?
Dr. Awang Ade. That's why this is what we can provide.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you for coming to my country. I would like to send my regards to your president again.
Oh,
It was me and the Grand Imam who took him around our mosque.
we will make sure that he knows that we've been here and you have extended your greeting.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
for this program.
Thank you. After our conversation with the chief spokesperson, we had the unexpected honor of briefly visiting with the mosque's senior imam, Ismail Mohammed. Thank you for our visit with you.
Yeah.
This beautiful mosque. Thank you.
Welcome.
Blessings. Blessings. Malaysia prides itself on its ethnic, racial, and religious diversity, and it's the home to a large Indian population. One of the most striking religious sites I've ever seen and visited is the Hindu temple located inside the world-famous Batu Caves. To enter the caves, you have to climb up 272 steps and negotiate past scores of monkeys darting about looking for food. The temple lies within, and I was encouraged to participate in some of the Hindu ceremony taking place during our visit. We are at the Batu Caves.
Yes.
When were the caves discovered?
Okay, the cave was discovered in 1878 by William Hornaday Temple and H.C. Sayers. They are the first European discoverers of this cave.
Is it one cave or is it many caves?
The main cave was this. This is the main cave where we at the moment. This is the cave that identified by them. The cave that we are seeing actually is natural.
Natural
Only
cave?
the flooring is being done by the temple committee for the safety reason. Apart from that, whatever that you are seeing is actually it's nature, whereby we did not do a lot of touch-ups.
And this kind of arc is kind of almost like a...
They call it a cathedral look.
cathedral look,
Yeah,
yes.
cathedral look.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what you are seeing now, and what was expressed by William Hornaday Temple is the same. He said it's cathedral cave with perpendicular walls and with the flowing stones. So whatever that you are seeing is what he was expressed in 1878 in his book.
So here we are.
Yeah.
And how do you say his name again?
William Hornaday Temple.
Temple.
Yeah.
So temple, temple.
Yeah.
Huh? It kind of comes
Exactly,
together.
coincide.
All
Coincide.
right. Tell me a little bit about the temple.
This temple here in Batu Cave is called Subramania Swami Temple. It's specially meant for Lord Murugan.
Who is Lord Murugan?
Lord Murugan is the son of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati.
So deity, huh?
Deities. There is a speciality in this Lord Murugan here, whereby people say that whatever they wanted will be fulfilled.
So the caves were discovered in the 1800s.
Yes.
Now we have just walked up
72 steps.
272 steps. They're concrete or cement now. It couldn't have always been that way, huh?
Yeah, in 1920, they, as the number of devotees increased here, they built a wooden step in 1920. So as the number increased ever since then, they feel that it's safer to build a concrete step. So they came up with the concrete slab which you are seeing now at the moment was built in 1939.
1939. So now, this is a religious place for people who follow the Hindu faith
Yes.
to come and worship.
Yeah.
How many people come during the course of a year?
Okay, to just brief you on the number is quite difficult, but the main festival in this temple is the Thaipusam festival.
And what's that festival about?
Okay, this festival is in commemorate Lord Murugan. The goddess Parvati gave the spear to Lord Murugan to fight the evil Surapatman. He is the evil personality. So that is the day, to remember that day is Thaipusam being celebrated. It actually, a month in the Tamil calendar, they call it Thai. Okay? It always falls in the mid of January to mid of February.
So there's a big festival?
It's a one-day festival, but almost 1.5 million people will gather at that particular day here.
Here?
Yeah,
At these
at
caves?
this cave.
The statue is 43 meters high.
Yes.
We say 140
40
feet.
feet, yeah, correct.
140 feet. That's relatively new, huh?
Yes. It was built
And that's the Lord.
Yeah. That is, this statue was built in the year 2006. We have a visionary leader by the name of Tan Sri Dr. R. Nadaraja. So he's actually, the statue is his vision. He wanted to have Lord Muruga in a bigger scale. So he built this 140 feet Lord Murugan here.
Okay. So the people of the Hindu faith come to worship here,
Yes.
but also tourists come because of the caves
Yes.
and the temple
Yes.
to pay their respects. And then there's the big festival every year.
Yeah.
So as we go in,
Yeah.
and I hear some chanting or some music
Music,
in the
yeah.
background,
Yes.
what is happening now?
Okay, they have daily two main prayers here.
Uh-huh.
Once in the morning, the other one in the afternoon. What you are listening to now is the afternoon prayers.
Will it be going for a few more minutes?
Yes, it will be going until 5 p.m.
Aha. So we can go
Sure.
and take a look and listen.
Yes.
In the northern city of Penang, the UNESCO city of Georgetown is home to St. George's Church. It's the oldest Anglican church in Southeast Asia and a must-visit for any tourist. In Georgetown, just a few blocks away from St. George's, a historic building and temple is undergoing a major renovation. It's the association home of the Chia clan, a small Chinese group dedicated to supporting its immigrant members and practicing their religious beliefs, which are based on the teachings of Confucius.
This building was purchased by the Guangxis in 1820. This building was purchased in 1820, and then we commenced building in 1858, and it was completed in 1873.
Is it a temple or is it a building for your association?
Actually, it is a association where we pray to our great ancestors and also to our patron deity. And also this place is also used as a place for the members to congregate annually in the winter solstice festival.
And when you say the members, who are the members?
The members, our members are the Chia clan. The Chia clan from from the Sektong village of Haichang, Xiamen, China. You see. They originate from Fujian province.
And how many members are there?
In Malaysia, we have members of 600.
600.
600.
So small group of people.
Yeah.
Are they located predominantly here in Penang?
Oh no, they are majority are in Penang, but they are all over Malaysia and some are in overseas. This association was established by our ancestors to cater for the early immigrants, to cater for the welfare of the early immigrants.
And what is the mission of the association today?
The mission of the association, we continue the mission or the objective of our kongsis. We still pay respects to our ancestors and the patron deity, and we will still hold the annual dinner and the various festivals for our members, our clansmen.
So it's kind of a family affair.
In a way, it is. It can be said in that perspective. It is from the Chia family or Chia clan, but we have over the years, the generation, we have already spread out. As long as you are from the Chia clan and from the Sektong village, they are always welcome.
And it's a Buddhist faith, isn't it?
Actually, our forefathers, those in the early days, they follow the Confucian values. You see,
Confucian values.
Confucian values, right? And later on, in the 19th century, then only we start accommodating Taoism, Buddhism, Confucianism. When there is a festival, and especially the annual Tongzi or the winter solstice anniversary festival, the major thing, the major core festival is paying respect to the ancestor.
Are there monks involved or priests involved?
Oh yes, we invited Taoist monk to conduct the ceremony.
Taoist monk to
Taoist
come.
monk, yes.
And is what is the central belief of the Tao religion?
Central belief. Actually, the central belief of the Tao Buddhism is the universal truth.
Universal truth.
Yes, we are based on Confucian values. You see.
What would you say is the number one Confucian value?
You should not have attachment. You see.
Oh no!
You should not have attachment and
Attachment.
attachment. Yeah.
That's a Buddhist philosophy as well, that
yes.
we grab and try to hold on.
Yes.
And more is to let go and accept what
Yes.
happens, huh?
Yeah, even that's why in Buddhism, that's why Prince Siddhartha, he has no attachment. He's prepared to give up his position as a prince or to become the future king.
Now I see lots of restoration going on right now in this complex. What's going on?
Okay, ever since the last completion of this temple ancestral hall in 1873, the ancestral hall has undergone several repairs and restoration. But this is the first time since 1873 that we had done a very major restoration. Where we proposed to set up the interpretation center, designed by a world-class consultant, and we restored the whole temple from the roof, the terracotta tiles, the wooden floorboards, you see. And very soon we will complete and we will open it to the public, and we will do a landscape, simple landscape on the open lawn. You see.
When will the project be complete?
It's scheduled likely to be in early November.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for the education and this beautiful complex telling us about it. Thank
You're always welcome, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Peter.
You're always
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. Special thanks to the staff of the Shangri-La Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. For information about This Is America and the World and to watch all of our programs, visit our website thisisamerica.net and look for us on Facebook and Twitter. This Is America and the World is brought to you by the National Education Association, the U.S.-China Education Trust, and F.Y. Chang Foundation, guided by Ambassador Julia Chang Block, President. The League of Arab States, representing 350 million people in 22 member countries. Japan, history, hospitality, and advanced technology, sharing tomorrow. Tourism Malaysia. The Petroleum Group, expertise with integrity in the fields of oil and gas, exploration and production, energy, and infrastructure. The Rotondaro Family Trust. The Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy, presenting international artists in diplomatic settings. And Ventana Productions, television facilities, editing, and distribution services.